Are you looking to gain instant respect through the teachings of Buddhism? In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful Buddhist behaviors that will not only help you command respect from others, but also bring peace and harmony into your life. Lesson 1. Have a clear purpose and don't hurry around. It's simple to get sucked into the maelstrom of duties, obligations, and diversions in today's fast-paced society. Business is sometimes mistaken for importance and production, yet hurrying through life without a defined goal causes stress, uncertainty, and burnout. Being mindful, that is, being completely present in the moment with a clear intention, is one of the core ideas of Buddhism. It is a waste of valuable time and energy to go through life aimlessly. The Buddha advocated living each moment to the fullest with awareness and purpose, because life is short. Take a step back and consider your intentions before moving forward. What do I want to accomplish right now? Your actions take on greater meaning and effectiveness when your purpose is clear, and people will notice and appreciate this focus. When you walk with intention, others will instinctively respect the composure and direction you exude. This is known as aligning your actions with your inner values in Buddhist practice. Your activities take on a deeper significance and become a part of your spiritual journey when they are motivated by a meaningful purpose. For this reason, monks and other practitioners frequently meditate in order to develop a strong sense of direction and clarity. By removing distractions from the mind, meditation enables you to concentrate on what's really important. Whether you are at work, with family, or pursuing personal objectives in your everyday life, make it a habit to take a moment to pause and reflect on your purpose. Refrain from hurrying simply because it seems like everyone else is doing so. Rather, give yourself some time to consider your actions and the motivations behind them. This deliberateness will distinguish you and encourage people to value your composed, level-headed way of living. Think about your goal. Let significance and attentiveness permeate every move you do. The first step to earning real respect is to respect yourself, your time, your energy, and the greater purpose of your life. Lesson 2. Exhibit control over your behavior by moving calmly and confidently. Buddhism views serenity as a profound condition of being that reflects inner peace and mastery over one's emotions, not only the absence of tension or anxiety. Being able to move with composure and assurance shows others that you have control over your behavior, and it also comes across as respectful. Others can tell that you are in charge of your thoughts, feelings, and choices when you project a sense of confident calmness. The Buddha frequently discussed the value of equanimity, or having a stable, balanced state of mind that does not fluctuate in response to outside events. Being able to move through life with confidence and grace requires this quality. Your capacity to stay grounded and unflappable is reflected in your calm and confident demeanor throughout challenging or uncertain times. People admire those who can remain composed in the face of adversity. This quality results from developing inner peace via mindfulness and meditation exercises. Buddhism views confidence as something other than conceit or ego. It all comes down to believing in yourself and the direction you are going. This type of self-assurance results from being conscious of your own advantages and disadvantages. Being composed and self-assured prevents you from responding hastily to circumstances. Rather, you are answering with consideration, composure, and a clear head. Because it gives them the ability to confront life's obstacles with a calm, collected mind. Meditation is the primary means by which monks and other spiritual practitioners cultivate calmness. Additionally, poised and serene movement is a sign of self-respect. Respect for oneself prevents you from letting outside influences control your behavior. Rather, you behave in a way that is consistent with your beliefs and ideals. A strong presence that is respected by others is produced by this inner alignment. When someone is genuinely at ease with who they are, it is contagious and easy to perceive. Moving with confidence and composure has practical applications in many facets of life. At work, for instance, approach your obligations with cool attention and efficiency rather than racing through them in a panic. When faced with a challenge, take a deep breath, evaluate the circumstances, and then confidently address the matter. When you learn to remain composed and grounded in the face of tension in your personal relationships, you'll find that people regard and trust you more. Frequent meditation is necessary to develop this confidence and sense of calmness. Through meditation, you can learn to notice your thoughts and feelings without letting them consume you. You can learn to stay centered no matter what is going on around you by doing this. As this inner serenity gradually gets ingrained in your being, you'll discover that you can navigate life with a peaceful, unwavering assurance. Your ability to move with poise and composure is a mirror of your inner serenity and mental control. When you live in this level of consciousness, people will respect you without you having to ask for it. Rather, because you are it. Lesson 3. Maintain your calm. Being able to remain composed in any circumstance is one of the most admirable traits someone can possess. In Buddhism, practicing mindfulness and equanimity is intimately linked to maintaining composure. It involves keeping a stable mental state independent of outside events. Maintaining your composure shows a high degree of emotional maturity, wisdom, and self-control. There will always be difficult, contentious, and unpredictable times in life. What makes you who you are is how you handle these situations. Experiencing a meltdown, acting rashly, or becoming overtaken by feelings can damage your reputation and the regard you receive from others. However, maintaining composure under duress demonstrates fortitude, tolerance, and the capacity for clear thinking even in trying circumstances. The Buddha frequently imparted the lesson that suffering results from our attachment to outside events and our powerlessness over how we respond to them. You can free yourself from the emotional turbulence that can disturb your peace of mind when you learn to let go of this attachment and concentrate on preserving your inner serenity. Therefore, maintaining your composure involves more than just managing your behavior in public. It also entails developing inner serenity via mindfulness and non-attachment. The practice of mindful breathing is one of the best strategies to maintain your composure. When you're in a difficult situation, stop, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the here and now. You may relax your thoughts and stop yourself from acting impulsively by engaging in this easy exercise. As you persist in your mindfulness practice, you will eventually discover that it becomes easier for you to remain composed, even in trying circumstances. Developing compassion is a crucial component in maintaining your composure in addition to mindfulness. You are less likely to lose your temper or grow agitated when you approach circumstances with empathy for both yourself and other people. Having compassion enables you to respond with kindness instead of annoyance, and to view things from a wider angle. One of the primary lessons of Buddhism is that you can retain your inner peace and make the world a more peaceful place for others around you by practicing compassion. Maintaining your composure also requires patience. Buddhism places a great importance on patience since it shows that you can accept things as they are without attempting to control or hurry them forward. You are unaffected by fleeting frustrations or failures when you have patience. Rather, you put your faith in life's organic course and let events play out when they are ready. Others will naturally admire you for your patience, since it is a reflection of your inner strength and knowledge. Maintaining emotional equilibrium and inner serenity, no matter what is going on around you, is the key to remaining composed. It calls for compassion, endurance, and mindfulness. By putting these traits into practice, you not only earn respect from other people, but also develop a stronger sense of inner peace and self-respect. Lesson 4. Have integrity and openness. One of the main tenets of Buddhism is integrity. The Buddha preached that leading a moral and tranquil life requires telling the truth. You gain the respect and trust of those around you when you are truthful and open in both your words and deeds. On the other hand, lying, even about little things, can undermine confidence and strain bonds between people. Being true in Buddhism is matching your words and deeds with your inner principles, not only staying away from lies. It all comes down to being real and not trying to pass for someone you're not. You are at peace with others and with yourself when you are sincere. The fact that you are genuine is highly appreciated as it demonstrates your reliability. Being truthful also entails being truthful with oneself. Lying to oneself can be just as destructive as lying to other people. For a Buddhist to advance spiritually, self-awareness is essential. You can live more in tune with your own nature and make better judgments when you are honest with yourself about your motives, shortcomings, and abilities. This self-honesty shows in your interactions with other people and fosters real respect. Being kind and gentle does not equate to being honest. Buddhism holds that compassion should always be used to temper honesty. The Buddha advocated for us to communicate the truth in a polite, sensitive manner that takes into account the feelings of others. For this reason, the idea of right speech also encompasses the idea of speaking in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. Mutual respect is the foundation of deeper, more meaningful relationships that are created when honesty is practiced with kindness. Being truthful and open might help you stand out in a world where dishonesty often seems to be the norm. People admire people who have the guts to tell it like it is, even when it is painful. Openness and trust are fostered in both personal and professional relationships when one is truthful in their interactions with others. Respect is built on this trust, which also makes it possible to build deeper, more genuine relationships with other people. Gaining respect can be effectively achieved by being truthful and open. It fosters an environment of transparency and trust and demonstrates your commitment to truth and honesty. You not only gain the respect of others, but also strengthen your own sense of self-worth when you live an honest life. Lesson 5. Define your own limits. Setting boundaries is about fostering positive relationships in which both parties feel appreciated and respected, not about erecting walls or keeping people out. Establishing boundaries allows you to communicate your needs, expectations, and limitations in a way that is kind and respectful to other people. This lays the groundwork for respect and understanding between people. Non-attachment is one of the central lessons of Buddhism. This is letting go of the impulse to exert too much control over or dependence on other people, not distancing oneself from people or connections. You can practice non-attachment in relationships by establishing clear boundaries, which frees you and the other person to develop and thrive without holding on to toxic patterns. It also takes self-awareness and self-respect to set boundaries. It's important for you to be clear about what you find acceptable and unacceptable. Being aware of your own values and your bodily and emotional requirements will help you see things clearly. People will respect you more if you value yourself enough to establish limits. Setting boundaries shows people that you respect your own space, time, and health, which in turn gains you their respect. Setting boundaries in a personal connection may involve expressing your demands for emotional support, time, or personal space. It could entail establishing boundaries for how much work you take on, or how you want to be treated by coworkers in a professional context. The secret is to be forceful and clear in your communication of your boundaries without coming across as hostile or confrontational. Being assertive means accepting accountability for your own health rather than trying to control other people. Buddhism holds that everything in life is interrelated, and that observing other people's needs and boundaries is a necessary element of this interconnection. Respecting the boundaries of people around you is just as important as setting boundaries for yourself. To create relationships that are peaceful and well-balanced, there must be reciprocal respect. Defined boundaries also aid in averting resentment and burnout. If you don't establish boundaries, you can feel overburdened or exploited, which could make you angry or frustrated. You can safeguard your own well-being and stop these unpleasant feelings from happening by establishing clear boundaries. This makes the atmosphere more polite and tranquil for you and other people. Respecting oneself and others by establishing limits is a virtue. It enables you to maintain polite, well-being connections with others while simultaneously safeguarding your own. You foster a respectful atmosphere when you are explicit about your requirements and boundaries. Lesson 6. Honor your promises. Right speech encompasses the idea of honoring your commitments. When you make a promise, no matter how big or small, it represents your commitment and reliability. Your word is a reflection of your integrity. Respect is earned through keeping your word, which demonstrates your dependability and credibility. In a world when deceit and broken promises are all too often, being true to your word is an uncommon and valuable trait. It shows that you respect morality and honesty, and that you are prepared to accept accountability for your actions. Maintaining your word demonstrates your respect for both other people and yourself. Buddhism emphasizes that our words and deeds have an impact on not just other people, but also on ourselves. Not only may broken promises harm your relationships with other people, but they can also undermine your own sense of morality. Being loyal to yourself and living up to your principles is what it means to keep your promise. It all comes down to being a person that other people can rely on, since this inevitably wins them respect. Being careful with the promises you make is part of keeping your word. Consider your ability to follow through realistically before committing to anything. Being open and truthful about your limitations is preferable to making unfulfilled promises. By practicing mindfulness, you may avoid overcommitting and make sure that you will truly follow through on promises you make. By keeping your word, you can encourage people to do actions that advance peace and well-being. This is what it means to practice right action. Maintaining your word builds relationships based on trust and stability, which promotes peace and respect. Maintaining the commitments you make to yourself is also crucial. Personal development and self-respect depend on having self-control and being devoted to your own objectives and moral principles. Maintaining your word enhances your sense of integrity and value, which in turn aids in earning the respect of others. Honoring your word is one of the best ways to win people over. It demonstrates your regard for accountability, honesty, and integrity. You may strengthen your feeling of self-respect and foster trust and respect in your relationships by keeping your word and being conscious of the commitments you make. The 6 Buddhist behaviors: moving with intention, remaining composed and self-assured, maintaining your composure, being truthful and open, establishing boundaries, and honoring your word, are not only techniques to win respect from other people, but also exercises that enhance your own sense of self-worth and spiritual development. These actions are in line with the basic ideas of Buddhism, which place a strong emphasis on integrity, mindfulness, and compassion. By incorporating these practices into your life, you align yourself with the path of wisdom, tranquility, and personal fulfillment, and you also develop respect from others around you.